The European Investment Bank has committed to triple its global climate adaptation finance by 2025. EIB President Werner Hoyer said that there is a need to increase adaptation finance in Africa, adding that climate change could wipe out 15% of Africa's gross domestic product by 2030. Details of these and more on news from and around the continent.
The Africa Adaptation Summit held in Rotterdam was the first ever global summit to focus solely on accelerating climate adaptation in Africa. The EIB has partnered with the Global Center on Adaptation (GCA) to mobilize action in regions of the world that are particularly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, such as the African continent. Climate change could wipe out 15% of Africa's gross domestic product by the year 2030, which will mean an additional 100 million people in extreme poverty by the end of the decade. Over the last 5 years, the EIB has provided 18 billion euros for public and private investment across Africa. Meanwhile, Tunisian farmers are fighting a losing battle with drought and disease that is driving many to abandon plantations where they grow some of the world's finest dates. Farmers are long accustomed to extreme heat, the highest temperature ever recorded in Africa, over 55 degrees Celsius. But they say the effect of climate change are making life even tougher. More than a third of farmers have stopped irrigating their crop because it has become too expensive. Like many others despairing of a future in their own country, many says they are ready to risk the dangerous journey across the Mediterranean to seek a new life in Europe. Finally, South African mobile operator MTN Group has reduced its debt further through early settlements of $300 million in Eurobonds with a 2024 maturity date as part of efforts to deleverage non-rand debt faster. The action brings MTN's dollar-denominated debt down to 35% of total holding company debt on a H1 2022 pro forma basis. MTN Group Finance Chief said the settlement will be funded from available cash balances.